All right, welcome back to another edition of Ram Country Conversations. Brian Roth, voice of the Rams, with you. Happy to be joined by the Director of Athletics at Colorado State, Joe Parker. Joe, great to see you. And I know, listen, this has been unprecedented 3 weeks for everybody across the world. It certainly is having an effect on all of us. Certainly has a big effect on collegiate athletics. Give me an idea of what the last 3 weeks has been like for you and your team.
Yeah, Brian, like most people in the United States, we're being more challenged now by I think any period of time that we've ever experienced. Unprecedented, as you said, highly unusual, really nothing to measure it against. In our case, in the last 3 weeks, we've transitioned all of our students, and it's campus wide, to online classes from in-person classes. And that was a major effort by the entire institution, but particularly faculty members and IT professionals here on campus. So what does that mean for us in athletics? We're working hard to make sure our students remain academically engaged. There's still a large portion of the semester remaining, and we want to make sure that they're focused on their academics. So it's our student athlete support services unit, coaches that are staying in constant contact with the students in their home locales and asking them to maintain their focus on academics. And I think we're being successful at that. The other piece for me has been the last 3 weeks has been talking to a lot of colleagues within the Mountain West Conference and around the nation and here on campus, and just figuring out how we manage to, what could be some significant impacts financially for the operations of our department, really every department around the country.
Yeah, and you look at when this virus struck. I mean, you kind of dodge a bullet a little bit that it is in the spring, but there's a lot of ramifications. Again, the NCAA payouts that affects a school like Colorado State and other schools across the nation. I imagine there's going to be a lot of reworking of budgets as you guys look ahead.
Yeah, as it relates to the NCAA, that's been fairly well reported, but ordinarily in any given year, the association collects about $1 billion in revenue. Most of that is associated with March Madness for the men's basketball tournament. They were able to get about 30% of the revenues in, and then through some other means, they're planning for a distribution that would be about 37.5% of what would be ordinary. So in our case, it was a pretty significant hit to our budget. But I mean, we plan for a lot of contingencies, and I think, for FY20, which is our current budget year, which runs through July 1st through this June 30th, we'll be okay. I mean, for me, the uncertainty of what happens beyond July 1st is what's got me the greatest concern for me, and where my focus really is right now.
Let's look at something that we'd be discussing if we were living in normal times, and that's college football and college football season tickets. Now, season tickets on sale right now for a 6-game home schedule at Canvas Stadium. And I know sometimes fans, whether it be a late night kickoff, whether it be an afternoon kickoff, or youth sports get in the way, season ticket holders, sometimes the kickoff time doesn't always work out the best. But you and your team over there at the athletic department at Colorado State, you guys have instituted the kick time guarantee for this upcoming year. Tell us a little bit about what that is.
We have, and I've got to applaud the creativity of our external team. So that's our marketing promotions group, our communications group, our ticket operations. They wanted to try and eliminate every hurdle that a season ticket holder could have. There is uncertainty as it relates to kick times until our TV partners make those determinations, and that we listen carefully to what our season ticket holders say, and that's a concern to them, and we want to make sure we are delivering the highest value possible on season tickets. So we've offered what you refer to as our kick time guarantee. So if there's just a game once the kick time was announced that simply doesn't work for someone's schedule, then they can look to another game on the football schedule, provided it's not CU or Wyoming, and substitute the tickets they would have used for the game that's in conflict with their schedule for that other game. If there's nothing on the football schedule that works for them, then they can make a similar substitution for any of our arena programs with men's basketball, women's basketball, or volleyball.
All right, you can find more information about that on csurams.com as well. Joe, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll talk to you here in a couple of weeks.
Thanks, Brian. You as well.